Alrighty. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Yahweh is the one they ignorantly call God. Yahweh Shai is the one they ignorantly call Jesus. Bahashim is in the name. Rakah is spirit, Quadash is holy, Akyam is brothers, Akwaf is sisters, and Shalom means peace, all in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. Okay, now today's lesson, I'm going to entitle it exactly what it says up here, A Time for Everything. Okay, there is a time for everything. The Lord places time is like a measuring stick in a sense. You use it and you know what time you're in. So what I'm going to get into in this, I'm going to read this Ecclesiastes from 3 to 10, and then we'll get some precepts. Okay, but you begin to realize, when you come into this truth, you begin to realize that there is a time and place for everything. Okay, and you have to measure that time. Measure that time. For instance, is it biblical for us to have multiple women? Sure. But is it expedient? Is it necessary for you in this time? Knowing that you have Jacob's trouble along the way, knowing that nuclear destruction is coming, fire, the Lord's coming back right now. What should our minds be on right now? Well, you're in captivity. Knowing that these things are here, these things are coming, MOTB. Yeah, we have faith in the Lord. And yes, some of us, we have kids. Some of us, we got wives. But what type of mindset should we be in? We know that there is a time and a place, that there's a time for everything. So let's get into it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Okay? A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. I don't think you're ever going to hear that in the Christian church. A time to kill. Yeah, that's in the Bible. There is a time to kill and there is a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. What's about to happen? We know that the Lord is in the time of breaking down. What is he breaking down? He's breaking down Esau, Edom's kingdom. We know that salvation's on the way. We know that we're in captivity. And we know that these heathen nations, Salakia, see if I can get my water, hold on. Salakia. We know that for what they did to the Israelites, the heathens, Esau, Edom, what they're still doing, keeping us, oppressed, the Lord is breaking down things. Okay? But what's going to happen later on? Once the heathens and Esau, Edom is locked up in slavery for 1,000 years, serving out their punishment, okay? That will be the time of building back up. We're going to have them build the kingdom. With us, of course. We're going to be telling them what to do. All right? So right now is not the time to build up, have families. And, I'm not saying not to have a family. I'm just saying measure the time diligently. Understanding the time that you're living in. All right, Ecclesiastes 3 and 4. A time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. Imagine this. You're in captivity right now, and the Lord comes back and he sees you laughing, dancing, having a grand old time. The Lord said it is better to go into the house of mourning than to be in the house of feasting. Let's see if I can get that. Give me a second. Where is... Give me a second. Get the Bible here. Let's get a couple precepts. Let's get 12. Let's go back up here too. This one right here. Everything under the sun. Will it work on blue letter? Let me see. If I click this. No, it won't give it to me here. Hold on. Cross-ref. Yeah, I'll get the precepts after I'm done reading, because I'm not sure how to get it off of the blue letter here, but I have it in my physical sword, you know. Alright. Yeah, so we're supposed to be, you know, weeping and crying out to the Lord, because we know that we're in captivity. We know that right now we're on the bottom. You know, what's happening to the people? The people, the people are mourning right now. And when I'm not just talking about the Israelites, but all of us. You know, the heathens are mourning. Even Esau, Edom is in mourning. Why? Because the rulers are wicked. So when you have a wicked ruler, how does it say? When you have a wicked ruler ruling, the people mourn. But when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Okay? You understand that you're in captivity. So the Lord comes back and he sees you over there laughing, dancing, having a grand old time. You think he's going to be happy about that? We're waiting for our king to come back. Let's keep reading. A time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep, a time to cast away. A time to rend, a time to sow, a time to keep silence, a time to speak. And that's a big problem with a lot of us. All right? You got to know when to speak, when not to speak. A time to keep silence. Sometimes just sit and meditate on the Lord. Just meditate. Meditate, think about the words that he's speaking to you in these scriptures. You know, I like to take a little time after reading the scriptures and just meditate on what I just read. Meditate, understanding the will of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Understanding that Yahweh Shai, he's not coming back all happy. It says vengeance it dwells in his heart, in his mind. He can't wait to come back and get, man. And what are you supposed to be doing in this time? There's a time for everything. What time do you think you're in? A time to love, a time to hate. Are you going to hear that in a Christian church? I never heard that in a Christian church. When do they tell you that? A time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. What profit has he that worketh in the wherein he laboureth? I have seen the travail which Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai has given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. Okay? Yeah, there's a time and place for these things. What time do you think you're living in right now? Let's get precept on the first one. I wanted to get this precept here. To everything there is a season, a time to every purpose under the sun. All right, and let's get 3 verse 12. Let's scroll down. I know this is chapter 3 verse 12. I know that there is no good in them but for a man to rejoice and to do good in his life. Verse 13. And also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor in Salakia. It is the gift of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So you got to ask yourself right now, if the gift of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, what he's given man is to eat, drink, enjoy the labor of his hand. Okay? When we were in captivity, well, we're in captivity, so we're not even enjoying the labor of our hands. But remember in slavery, when they brought us over here from, on those ships, think about all the free labor Esau Edom was getting. And they didn't pay us. Think about it. You didn't enjoy the labor of your hands. We built America. And what did they tell you? Oh, that was so long ago. Forget about it. Yeah, look at where we're at. You're free now. Are you? You still need a passport to go anywhere you want. All right, they give you a little bit of liberty to do this, to do that. But what's the point of liberty, right? If you don't have sovereignty, rulership. See, our people lack that type of mindset. We're the only nation of people that don't have our own anything. You understand? And why is that? The Lord, we sinned against the Lord. The Lord stripped us of everything, even wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And it is now only given to a select few. Let's continue. See, you begin to understand the will of the Heavenly Father. You begin to understand when he says, this is chapter 3, verse 22. Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? You see, and that was the thing that King Solomon was saying, is that everything's vanity. King Solomon, our wisest king in Israel, he had the richest, the richest. He had the riches. He had the women. He went to seek knowledge of both good and evil. And what did he say? All is vanity. He sought out to go do anything and everything to come back and say all is vanity. Why? Because even though he was the king and he had everything he could possibly want, the thing is that what scared him, in a sense, I wouldn't say scare him, but what he began to realize is that when he leaves all the labor of his hands to the next, just like how you leave your inheritance down to your next son, you don't know whether your son is going to fuck it up. So you do your best to teach them, but at the same time, it's going to disappear. It wasn't the kingdom, is what I'm saying. That's what King Solomon was saying. This is not it. All is vanity, you know, because it wasn't the kingdom. In the kingdom, things are going to last forever. You know what I mean? The work of your hands are going to, you're going to reap those rewards. And it's going to be even better off for the other nations, except for Esau Edom. He's going bye-bye. Adios, wicked-ass ruler. So-called white man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Anyhow, let's see if I can... Give me a second. Bear with me, Israel. I'm looking at my sword here, you know. No, I got that one. Yeah, you gotta measure the time that you're in. You know, you want to have multiple wives, but you have to understand, women come with a lot of responsibilities and stuff. And I'm not saying you can't handle it. I'm just saying, think about imagine you're in Jacob's trouble, your kids are hungry, your wife is, oh, we're hungry, and then they implement that MOTB, the mark of the beast. You know, let's get that. Let's get that. I forgot. 13? No. The beast. No. Salakia. Oh, wait. Oh, small and great, rich and poor, free and but yeah. Power to give life to the beast. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna read all this. Here, I gotta get the meat off the bone. Alright, yeah. So this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. Okay? And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and it had 2 horns, like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Okay? Talking about the Roman Empire. This is the refined Roman Empire, the perfected. This is what you're in. You're in maximum security. You're not free. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Think about this. Think about those nuclear the atom bomb. You know, people never seen anything like it. But when that atom bomb went off, you know how many people they killed over there? I forgot the name of it, but yeah, just imagine. Okay, great wonders. Okay, and like even look at now, if you want to talk about technology, Neuralink with Elon Musk. All right, you have all these amazing wonders. You put a brain chip in you. All of a sudden, you're able to move the cursor on the mouse on a computer screen. You're able to unlock doors and stuff like that with the power of your mind. Able to move a chair, move it around. People that were paralyzed can now walk and stuff like that. These are the great wonders, okay? And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so if you don't go get along, you don't go with the system, guess what's going to happen? He's eventually going to try to kill you or separate you from society. You see? Let's keep reading. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Doesn't matter if it's the left. Doesn't matter if it's the right butt cheek. It doesn't matter if it's in the back of your neck. Okay? When you receive the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, Lord willing, they don't take this video down for me saying this stuff, but yeah, you receive that, you will, and that you will not be able to buy or sell. Here it is. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay? So if you cannot buy, sell, you can't get any food, you can't get water, you can't get any of those things from the normal way of doing things, going to the supermarket, the store, buying the things that you need for your family, and all of a sudden now this time period when this does come, you have a wife, you have kids, you have family. How do you think your wife is going to look at you? You ran out of food and water, and you're trying to get by, and the kids are hungry. What time are you living in? Are you thinking about the time that you're living in? Verse 18, Revelations chapter 3, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right. And you look at the back of the barcode numbers on anything that you see, the first two on the left, the first two on the right, and the two in the middle. Those lines that are very similar all together. All right, on any barcode that you see, 6, 6, and 6. You do not own anything that you purchase. You literally recycle the money that you get from your hard labor back into the hands that gave it to you. Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Till the next time, Akim and Akwaf, Shalom. And to the believers out there, Shalom.